They don't have words, but they have languages more complex than anything humans invented. These animals communicate in codes, dialects, and signals that scientists are only beginning to decode. Here's what they're really saying. We think of language as uniquely human, but animals have been communicating in sophisticated ways for millions of years. They have names, dialects, and even grammar. Here are 7 animals with secret languages. The prairie dog, the sentence speakers. Number 7 has a language with nouns, verbs, and sentence structure, the prairie dog. Researchers discovered that prairie dogs use different alarm calls for different predators. They describe predator size, color, shape, and speed. They say things like tall, human in blue shirt, walking slowly. They even combine calls to create new meanings, essentially building sentences. Some calls describe objects never seen before, demonstrating that prairie dogs understand basic grammar. They also gossip. They describe who is approaching and what they've done. The sperm whale, the name callers. Number 6 uses individual names. The sperm whale. Sperm whales communicate with coded clicks that identify individuals. Each whale has a unique click pattern, its name. Whales in the same pod share similar click patterns. They're from the same family. Other whales recognize these individual names. They maintain friendships over decades, never forgetting a voice. Their communication is so complex that scientists call it whale culture. The honeybee, the dancer. Number 5 uses a dance to communicate distance and direction. The honeybee. When a scout bee finds a food source, she returns to the hive and performs a waggle dance. The dance communicates direction relative to the sun and distance through the duration of the waggle. Other bees watch and then fly directly to the source. The dance is accurate to within a few meters over several kilometers. Bees also adjust their dance based on wind speed and flight difficulty. Their dances are so precise that they can communicate over 10 kilometers. The dolphin, the signature whistle. Entering our top 4, the bottlenose dolphin. Each dolphin has a unique signature whistle like a name. Dolphins use these names to call each other, identify friends, maintain relationships. They're the only animals known to use names. Dolphins also understand syntax. They can distinguish between the fish is in the net and the net is in. The fish. They learn regional dialects and adjust their whistles depending on the group. The elephant. The infrasound communicator. Number 3 uses low-frequency sound to communicate over miles. The elephant. Elephants communicate using infrasound frequencies humans can't hear. Their calls travel through the air and ground, allowing elephants to communicate over 10 miles. Elephants can identify individual voices, distinguish between dialects, and even remember voices from decades earlier. They use specific calls for specific social situations: greeting, alerting, calming, and mourning. Elephants also communicate through their feet, sensing ground vibrations from other elephants. The crow, the dialect user. Number 2 has regional dialects. The crow. Crows in different regions use different calls and vocalizations. They have accents that vary by population. Crows also understand and respond to their own name they recognize when they're being called. They communicate complex information about predator location, food sources, and social status. They've been observed sharing information with other species, including humans. The octopus, The visual language. Our number one uses color as language, the octopus. Octopuses communicate through visual displays changing color, pattern, and texture. They produce complex sequences of displays that appear to communicate specific meanings. Some species use entirely different displays for different species. They can speak multiple languages. Octopuses can also mimic other animals like sea snakes and lionfish when threatened. They use visual language that scientists are only beginning to decode. These 7 animals prove that language isn't unique to humans. They have names, sentences, dialects, and grammar all evolved independently. They're not just communicating, they're expressing complex ideas, maintaining relationships, and sharing knowledge. Which animal language amazed you most? Have you ever witnessed animals communicating? Comment below. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Until next time, remember, nature is full of conversations you just can't hear.